Anyway, the latest movie.
Just real quick, Patrick. Hello everyone. This is the December sub / Patreon Hangout, and I am your host, Atheist Ranger. Unfortunately, it's just us guys tonight. We got Patrick Thatcher, or you may know him as Secular Lobster.
I'm the lobster.
We got David Colton. We got possibly my oldest supporter, Patrick Festa. And we also got Paul. How's it going, guys?
All right.
Lobster, I like that artwork.
By the way, Thatch,
I have gas.
You're the other Patrick. I'm not the other Patrick.
No, let's not get into that shit because it's a fucking rabbit hole, man. Serious, man. I'll end up. I still have videos about you fucking raging and shit like that because I found it so fucking funny.
I know. Yeah, well, anyway.
Yeah, what else would you expect from me, though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So anyway, the Star Wars, the second to the last Star Wars, where Rey made her appearance.
Yes.
There were things that I hated about that movie, and there were things I really liked about it.
No.
First of all, I thought that she was like I thought she was a great character. Darth Vader's son or whatever,
an asshole.
I thought it was like a lame character. I thought it was, I thought that was totally fucking lame.
I think where they're lacking is.
But I was surprised to find out that Han Solo was his father.
Yeah, but I got a kick. Everybody goes, "Oh, he's so this, he's so that," and then you got an asshole in the White House. Give me a break.
Yeah, right. It's like it was foretold in the last movie.
Well, I think where Star Wars is kind of lacking is character development. Like the first 3 movies, and I'm talking about first 3 in reality that were released, which is 4, 5, and 6, was literally about the character development of.
Well, we disagree completely because I think there's more character development.
Well, you see, you got to remember, I was barely a teenager when the first actual movie came out.
I was 28,
and it was fantastic at the time. Of course, the movie special effects and all that were far less, and the Herculean effort that it took to get those special effects going, it was a good movie and everything. So now, when you see it in retrospect, you kind of laugh, but at the same time, the later movies sometimes fall short of the literacy.
Well, that's kind of where I was going. Like they traded that for the special effects, like the CGI and stuff, and then. But so, Paul, you're saying that if I watch this latest one, it'll make up for the rushed feeling of the second to last one that they did. Because that's what I felt. I felt the one that he was just talking about, and I forget the name too. So don't feel bad.
Some eggnog.
It felt really rushed. That whole movie just felt like.
Didn't feel that way at all.
I really liked the music.
Didn't feel that way at all. I seen the original 7. That one 7 times.
I really like the what is it, the Revenge of the Sith. Let's put it this way: John Williams' The Duel of the Fates. That fucking music. I mean, if you try to watch that movie without that music, forget about it. It's like not the same movie.
No.
Anyway,
Atheist Ranger.
Yeah, what's up?
Is this just Patreon Hangout, or is there some specific focus?
I ain't no Patreon. I'm too fucking poor to pay attention, man.
Yeah, he took the word. Just like a Patrick to say something like that.
Well, fortunately, David, the only Patreon I have at the moment is you.
Well,
that's why
I can help out
with some small content on there.
Yeah, I was like, why is he instant messaging me on Facebook? I mean, I don't care if you do. It was like, I've never heard, you've never messaged me before. I've seen your Facebook, but it was like, oh, this could be fun. Well,
I was trying to add you to the Hangout, and I couldn't find your thing anywhere. So I thought, I'm like, wait a minute, I have him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I haven't signed into Facebook in so long that I forgot to put my password. And I got 3 groups on there. Actually, 2 main groups. I have it written down somewhere. I think I might remember if I think I remember.
But what is everyone's Christmas plans? And to
Survival.
answer your question, go ahead, Paul.
Surviving.
Huh.
My Christmas plans are not to be completely fucking manic depressive.
Nice.
Geez, am I the only one that's going to have at least a decent Christmas? I mean, fuck me.
My siblings are coming, you know. My father's gonna be 93 years
Well,
old.
yeah, but it's, fuck me.
As it is, I'm not really talking to my baby sister, and she's coming.
See, that's what I like where I'm at now, I mean, we're doing Christmas, the family Christmas, this section of the family Christmas tomorrow at my brother-in-law's house. And we'll be there a couple hours, get something to eat. We don't see each other very often. I mean, it's not that we don't like each other. It's just we don't have anything in common. We just, different worlds. But, we don't mind getting together during the holidays. I mean, plus Christmas is so good so far. I got a New England Patriots blanket today, a big fucking one. That's the second one I got so far this year. And I'm actually on my brand new, baby lobster Jesus. I prayed to him and he sent me a new laptop for Christmas early. So
Nice.
baby lobster Jesus, he really did, come through for me this time.
Well, I can say it's just me and my son here in Denver. So
Yeah. Well, it is what you make it, though. You know what I mean? If you want to be depressed, I mean, I understand
I'm
seasonal
not
disorders.
depressed. It's just
Yeah.
No, you know what it is. You know what it is. It's I may have exaggerated. It's just that so much shit's been going on in my lack of my life.
Yeah.
For one thing, I don't know if you know this, Thatch, but 2 Aprils ago, my mother passed away,
Right.
and I was here sitting on. I do the Unseen podcast every now and again with Paul Carr.
The one that nobody sees.
She was having a heart. She was having a heart attack while I was on the Unseen podcast,
Oh,
and she died that night. So
Well, that sucks.
yeah.
Damn.
And then things change, and now it's one of the relaxing things is that my twin is no longer here, which actually is a relaxing thing.
Yeah.
hello, Emperor Atheist.
Hello,
What's going
Emperor.
on, man? Y'all all right?
Hey.
All right, we're just
I
discussing
saw
Christmas
you, man.
plans.
What y'all got going on tonight?
Not much. This is just my usual monthly sub/Patreon hangout. Right now we're discussing.
Okay.
Hey, Emperor, didn't you just have like a debate with somebody?
G-Man.
G-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even count. I don't count that as a debate. Yeah, I
No,
guess.
but let me tell you, man. I mean, I'm
would?
glad to see somebody with a different style come in there and just slam the fuck out of him. I mean, it gave me a fucking raging fucking boner, man, when I was,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
totally. Hey, no homo, man. I mean, but
yeah, he's a real piece of work, man.
yeah,
it's a piece of something, but it ain't work.
Well,
I know that's right.
all I can say is,
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
all I can say is
Yeah.
anybody who could stand 5 minutes without hanging up on that stupid ass motherfucker.
Well, Dragna asked me to be one of the infiltrators and do his hangout last night, and
I wish I'd done that.
well, I'm just too incensed over his whole.
I just don't get how people even bother. Just ignore
it's
the motherfucker.
entertainment. No, it's entertainment.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Entertainment.
Nobody debates him seriously because first of all, you can't debate magic, right? And second of all, he's kept a steady flow. I've been aware of G-Man for 7 fucking years, and 7 years ago I did videos. Right now, I've got a lot of stuff I can do for G-Man videos. I got a ton of shit, but it's not something that There's other people that do. Steve McRae. Dragnaut, this guy here, Emperor, I like it when like fresh people come in and take different angles at G-Man,
Yeah. Well, you know what it is. You know what it is, Pat. I stopped. Until recently, I'm just coming back on. Obviously, I'm here, but I had stopped going on Google Hangouts because of the nonsense of the fucking stupidity And
Yeah, that's what we love.
but I didn't leave.
Fuckery
I'm
is
not
what we
leaving. I'm
do.
not going anywhere. I'm just not doing the hangouts anymore with these fucking assholes.
Yeah, well, you know.
Obviously, I'm here, so you can't be assholes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real quick.
So real quick, Emperor, you just did something with Shit Man. I mean, G-Man.
It's been a little while ago though. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember seeing that picture, and I was like, "Holy
Think
crap!"
of it. I'll see if I can find it.
So, Emperor Atheist, before you came in, we were actually all discussing our Christmas plans. You got any Christmas plans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Smashing theism. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, dang. That's nice.
I mean, Christmas. I try not to get caught up into the money thing because that's all it is. Just money make you go out and spend a whole bunch of money. Of course, you got to make your kids happy if you got kids or grandkids. But other than that, man, it's just the money pit. That's all it is.
Well, I got in-laws that love me, so fuck it. I haven't.
Luckily,
Me, for my part, I'm going to try to get laid. That's about it.
oh, same here. But
I mean,
go ahead.
only thing I'm really enjoying I'm just enjoying it because it's a break from everything. You ain't no work, no nothing. That's about all I get out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Charlie Brown Christmas. I have to watch that every year.
Oh, yes, me too.
Hell yeah, I love that Christmas. I love Charlie Brown Christmas. That's about it.
Did you know that Charles Schultz, the only way he would do the Charlie Brown Christmas special, because they wanted to do more of a Santa type thing,
Right.
but he insisted on having that baby Jesus, theme type shit in it, or he said he wouldn't have done it.
Charles Schultz was a bad dude, man. He had some great ideas, man.
Oh yeah, I've been to his the Charles Schultz house, the museum.
Oh, have you? Oh, wow.
Yeah. My father was a big Charlie Brown fan. I mean, he had hardcover books from like the 50s and early 60s.
Oh wow. Yeah. I'm a big Charlie Brown fan myself.
I got a collector coffee mug is all I got.
Hey man, I love Charlie Brown.
No, actually, I have the music. Hang on, I'll play a piece of it for you.
The Christmas song, yeah.
Just let me find the jazz music was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it was good. That was real good.
The first time I ran into Charlie Brown stuff, I guess I was like 6, 7, 8, whatever. He had just started.
What is?
Here we go. I don't know how much I can play because this is.
I think it was Linus had a bag of potato chips and he throws one. And
I don't know how much I can play this because
no
it's.
matter how hard you throw them, they
I'll play a
just
piece
don't
of it
go
for you.
I'm gonna have a Motorhead Christmas, man.
There you go.
I can play Motorhead all fucking day.
Ah, nice.
Oh yeah, classic.
Schroeder's my favorite character.
This is good music, man.
Do you know the piece? What the name of that clip is?
I don't know how much.
Besides the Schroeder.
I don't know how much of this I can play, so I'm going to fast forward it to the part that I like. All right, that's enough.
You used to know what the name of the
it's a
song
different
was.
This is live, so I don't want to get Atheist Ranger in trouble for anything.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
But by the way, David, to answer your question, I do have some videos lined up for everyone because if I have to be tortured here online, so do the rest of you.
That's right.
I love the cringe videos, man.
Well, apparently.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, of course, we have another school system thinking it can put the Bible in public schools here.
Say what now?
Oh no, not again.
Can you guys hear me?
What did you say, this Ranger?
I said apparently we have yet another school here who thinks it can shove the Bible in public schools.
How are they going about it? I mean, what are they trying to do exactly?
I'm about to show you. That's what the clip is for.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, just wait a minute, man.
Mother says she's at her wit's end due to how her children are being treated at Stanton Elementary School.
She says for 2 years, students and even teachers have bullied her kids because they aren't Christian. Catherine Gardner is the LAFC team. Victoria 6.
Come on, damn it.
Boy, your connection sucks. What kind of host are you?
Oh, you
Well,
gotta be kidding
this
me.
shit just pisses me off anyway, so I'm glad it's not playing.
You know, I think that I was reading something the other day about
hear me?
a school that was
Hello?
shaming
Can anyone hear
non-Christian
me?
kids
Yes, I hear you.
Oh,
Your video
around
is
the
not
my
playing.
Christmas
audio
time.
crashed. Excuse me. Be right back. Gotta refresh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pat. Atheist Ranger was having trouble. He was asking
Yeah.
people if he can hear him, and I told him I could hear him.
Oh, I could hear him. But yeah, there's been issues at some schools this year about teachers and other school and school kids and faculty like shaming kids that didn't believe in the whole baby Jesus thing.
Okay, good. I can finally hear people. Now, why he keeps doing that? My audio keeps crashing to where I can't hear anyone.
We can.
It might
we
be
can hear you.
It might be a conspiracy, Atheist Ranger. They're trying to get you.
I'm sorry?
It might be a conspiracy. They're trying to get you.
Yeah, right.
Somebody prayed that this video wouldn't play right.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Maybe.
If you clear your cache and clear your
How
cookies.
come Mother of Two, Heather Estes says, no matter what she does or what she says, nothing changes for the better at Stanton Elementary. I've tried to address it with the school for over a year now. And while the principal at the school is a very nice principal, it just continues to happen. Estes says the bullying all started when students and even teachers noticed her two kids don't attend Upper Room. Powell County Schools describe Upper Room as a non-denominational, student-led Christian organization that meets every morning before school starts. But Estes says from what her 10-year-old and 8-year-old have told her, I don't feel like a bad person. No, you're not a bad person. It's
I can't hear
healthy
what they're saying.
but inclusive. My children are asked every day, do you believe in God? Like, why don't you go? He's been told by teachers that things like that atheists will be eaten by bears.
Oh, really? Really?
Ranger,
Wow.
Ranger, your
God
audio
will send
sucks.
bears down to fuck you up, man.
Ranger, I don't understand what's going on. Why don't you explain it and fuck the video?
I heard what was going on.
Yeah, I got it.
I didn't hear it.
Pay attention, Patrick.
I couldn't follow what was going on. What are they saying?
Well,
That
basically,
was fucked up, man.
there's this homeroom, or they call it upper room. It's not homeroom.
My audio keeps fucking crashing. Excuse me. God damn it.
There's this upper room thing that's going on, and they're not going because it's a non-denominational Christian. That's like a conflict of terms right there because it's an oxymoron. Christian is a denomination, so let's just put that out there. And
So the mother was
everybody's
upset
going
because-
except the atheist kids.
Okay, so is this mother the mother of the atheist, or is this mother the mother of some super faithful Christian?
No, that
No,
was
the mother's
mother
the
of the
atheist.
kids.
Yeah, the mother's the mother of the atheist, and
Oh,
she's
okay, now I
complaining,
get
and they're
it.
not
Okay.
doing anything about it. Her kids are getting bullied for not attending the upper room,
I see. Okay.
and they're telling them that the atheists are going to get eaten by bears and all these horrible other.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when it's time to say, go fuck yourselves. I'm taking my kids to another school.
Yeah, sorry about that. Again, for some reason, every time I keep playing a video, like my audio will crash where I can't hear anything anyone's saying.
Atheist Ranger, here's what I suggest. Do a cleaning of your computer. Empty out the cookies and shit like that. Clean. You do a go to the properties of the hard drive and do a disk clean.
Clean your cache, yeah.
And then do a defrag and things like that. Clean it all up, and you might find that your computer runs a lot smoother.
Oh, okay.
And if that doesn't work, just beat the fuck out of it.
Yeah, if that doesn't work, I have a sledgehammer in my garage if you want to borrow it.
Yeah, that I can just Google to do everything you just said because I don't know how to do any of that. But
Yeah,
Maybe I just
if
played
you
it.
haven't defragged in a long time, that could be a problem. But after owning the same computer for a few years, you're gonna find that computer is so bogged down with all kinds of shit that you know.
Okay, well, since I can't screen share these things, I'm just going to play the audio if that's all right with everyone.
It's your hangout. You do what you want.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to play the audios of these videos. This next one, many of you know about that master cake that's going in front of the Supreme Court. I think a few weeks ago, Fox News did a segment about it, and it turned out as you would expect.
Religious freedom or discrimination. That's the decision before the 9 justices of the U.S. Supreme Court. Today they heard arguments in the case of a Christian baker who declined to...
God
It's going in and out. It's going in and out, Ranger.
a custom wedding cake for a gay couple. They say they were left humiliated by that experience. Well, Kristen Wagner, Senior Vice President at Alliance Defending Freedom, argued on behalf of the baker, Jack Phillips, today and joins us now to talk about it. Good to have you.
Yeah, the guest that she has on is the lawyer of the Master Cake's man.
Hey Ranger, maybe next time your audio goes out, maybe you should call Zordon and see if he can help.
Yeah. Call Zordon. Atheist Ranger left again. He left again. I guess he's trying to clear it up.
I could show him on screen share how to clean up some.
Well, that's not what the Hangout's about. Well, I mean, if he can't show videos, we'll just make fun of people, Christians and shit like that.
Oh, by the way, while he's refreshing and all that, how's my audio?
Yeah.
Different?
What?
How's my audio? Is it different to you than you used to?
What?
Your audio good.
Oh man, there's always got to be something there.
Yeah, I know you're joking around. I know.
Am I?
Last time we talked, I've got a new microphone. I've got the blue one. I've got the.
Yeah,
What kind you got, Patrick? What kind of microphone did you get?
I got the snowball. It's a black one, but it's the blue. It's the blue snowball. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I glued my own atheist symbol to the bottom of it there.
I got this
I
one
see
that's
that.
professional, but just didn't cost more than about $35 or $40. So, and it's not even plugged in right now because my new laptop doesn't support it.
When I was talking to you, Thatch, I was talking on that Radio Shack mic all the time.
Oh, Radio Shack.
Yeah, now I got a decent mic.
Yeah, fucking, I can't be playing these videos because even if I try to play the audio, for some reason, Hangouts cut me out, and I can't hear any of you guys. So that kind of fucked up. I have some good videos playing too.
Well, I tell you what, Ranger. Oh shit, my phone's ringing. I'll come right back to you and tell you. Hang on.
Oh, we want to hear who called, man.
Yeah, right.
Hang on, I gotta go and get the cordless.
Ranger, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So you can hear everybody. So what's going on? When you try to play something, is your sound going out or something?
That's exactly what's going on.
I'm guessing his computer's is just fucking with him right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of old. I mean, it is a Google Chromebook, but I've had this thing for like 3 years.
Atheist, when you're playing it, do you have your mic on?
Well, I don't have a mic. I'm using the laptop thing.
I understand that, but that laptop's mic is on at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
That might be what's putting everything out. You might have to be lifting up your
Why are you fucking calling
mic input.
Whoa.
Oh shit, this is good.
Yeah, Patrick going off on somebody, man.
No shit, man. Come on. Oh, don't mute him. Fuck.
Man, come on.
I want to hear. Fuck.
Maybe he muted himself.
Yeah, he muted. Yeah, he muted it, man.
No, I'm saying when you're playing,
I wanted to hear.
when you're playing that video, that sound might be going back into the mic, and that might be screwing it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. He hung up on It was Bulldog. And my father picked it up, and I tried to tell my father that it was for me.
Hey, Bulldog, how you doing, buddy?
No, he's gone. He hung up on me.
Oh, wow.
He might be watching. Yeah, I mean.
Bulldog is a fucking scumbag.
He just misunderstood.
And what's bad about it?
Motherfucker calls me at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Oh, wow.
By the way, Emperor Atheist, whenever I got you on my channel, I was going to ask you, I don't know where you live, but I personally don't encounter a lot of black atheists in my real life or on YouTube. So,
Right.
what's that experience been for you?
Well, we always
I mean, you know, I don't, you know, we're a real minority. I'm in Atlanta, by the way, anyway.
Oh, nice. I'm in Vermont.
But yeah, I'm down south in Atlanta. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's. I make videos about that. I always talk about that. I think black people are probably the most religious damn people in the world, at least in the country. Definitely in the South. You know, we cling to that shit like it's, you know, it's crazy. And you know, when you say black atheist, that's almost like a damn.
It's like being black and gay.
Right. It's kind of. Because black people expect other black people to be a member of some damn church. It's just point blank. You know, black people have a.
It's like Stockholm syndrome, for fuck's sake.
Right. It is. Well, it is. So
that music, Stockholm syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing was that I was listening. I don't know, it was a TV show or what, and they were talking about back in slavery days. And the only time the slaves could get together was at church.
Exactly.
So that became very incorporated into the psyche, you know, into the culture.
Yeah.
They didn't get messed with too much was when they went to church.
That's where we get those old Negro spiritual tunes from.
That's right. That's where you get all. That's where you get all the.
Carry on.
That's where you get all the songs and all of that type stuff.
Yeah.
It's not only that, but when some of the slave owners were sympathetic to they didn't really like the idea, and there were some of the freedom, you know, fighters teaching some of the non-readers how to read. The book that they gave them was the Bible.
Yeah, but it's mainly a thing for a social. I mean, they can get together, talk, and all that stuff.
That's right.
Have a family community while they were in church. Outside of that, you know.
Exactly.
Well, I do love me some good black church singing. Man. When they go swinging around and praising Jesus real loud, I think it's fun to watch.
Go ahead, Emperor.
Man, but you know what the problem is? I mean, 2017. You got a lot of black pastors out here, man. These people are multi-millionaires, man, sucking money out of the black communities, and I don't like it. You see, in this day and time, there's no reason, man, for nobody to. When you go back and you understand the history of slavery and the Bible and how all of these biblical verses basically uphold slavery, there's not one biblical verse that actually goes against slavery. I don't know how you could be black and Christian in this day and time with all of this information, with all of the tools to actually see that this Bible, this Quran, or whatever you believing in is dealing with, specifically the Abrahamic faith. I don't see how the fuck you could do it. It just don't seem like it's a logical position to be in, especially being black. You know, I'm like, damn, how could you do that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The dickheads are coming out after me, so I literally pulled the fucking phone jack out of my modem.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I was about to say black.
Yeah. He called.
Oh wow!
He called again, and he's playing the X-Files music.
Now I was gonna say Emperor Atheist, and I was gonna say that almost every black woman I've ever dated was a Christian girl. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I already know. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And if you speak, I mean, it's hard to, I don't know. But you know what? Though, I'm gonna tell you something though. It's I think it's gonna get better. It's just it's just gonna take time. I think more and more, the more and more we introduce science. That's why I'm a big, science advocate, man. I think the more and more you introduce kids to science, I think it's by default, man, they'll start rejecting religion, even if it's subconsciously.
Yeah,
and you have to do that. But it's so many damn black churches inside the black community, every goddamn corner, just like a liquor store. So it's going to be kind of hard as a whole to get away from that shit. It's going to take a while, but I think science can The more and more kids introduced to science, the more and more they automatically just reject the bullshit.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear you talk like that, Emperor.
I met somebody when I got divorced. Like, I actually moved in with her. It was a female, black, transsexual.
Goddamn.
And she literally was defending, not 2 months ago, she was defending PragerU apologetics.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Not that
So
dumb.
I kind of went to town on her. I'm like, this is apologetics. She says, I don't have a problem with apologetics. I'm a Christian. I'm like, do you understand? I knew right then it was pointless to even talk to her because I'm like, if you're gonna defend apologetics and not understand how dishonest that position is.
Well, when you can mix like science and religion and think that's okay, like, oh, I believe in evolution, but I believe that God put it there, or some masterful being, and God gave us the knowledge of science and everything. It's like, well, why were we like pooping in the wild for so many thousands of years? I mean.
Anyway, Emperor, I'm glad to hear you talk like that. This was my position when I first started on Google Hangouts, and I just got so aggravated. As you know, I don't know, maybe you don't know. I call myself the science enthusiast because I never became a scientist and I don't have any degrees, but I'm known here on Google to know something about science, and I'm an amateur astronomer. So and I tell everybody that I'm a son of a bitch of an atheist and all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm glad to hear you talk like that because I try that too. One of the things I do is, because I play chess a bit, I'm not that great, but I'm all right. At my local chess club, I try to teach kids how to play chess.
That's right.
One of my favorite students was the daughter of an evangelical set of, Christians. And, I didn't say nothing about it, like when her mother tried to say something to me, I just sort of, brushed it off and all that stuff. But she was actually one of my favorite students. The whole idea is that a lot of these people think that, we're on a fucking warpath with them or something. No, I happen to know that a lot of these people are wonderful people. They're in fact, I miss them. These kids were fucking beautiful. It was a beautiful family. They were a beautiful family. They moved to Tennessee, and I'm not going to see them again. I actually have a picture of her. Maybe I should screen share it for you.
All right.
Of me teaching her how to play chess and stuff. But the thing is that they're like she's when she left, she gave me this letter. I have it here somewhere. I'm not going to show it to you, but it was like she was basically preaching to me in the letter. Like, we know we had some trouble, and Jesus loves you and all this other shit, like I never even bothered answering it. But every Thursday when I had the chess club, they were there, and I was teaching her daughter how to play chess and all that stuff. I ignored the fact, because these people are really nice people, but they're so fucking delusional, I just can't. I didn't tell them that I was an atheist.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I like the whole chess aspect, and to me,
well, because chess is an exercise. I tell all the people, I tell all the kids.
How good are you? How good are you, Patrick, in chess?
I make a lot of blunders, but I'm good at teaching kids who don't know how to play.
Okay. Oh, I'm part of chess club myself.
I mean, there's kids in there that come in and they're like 10 years old and they already know how to, they're already beyond my lessons.
Right. It's a mastery game.
Chess master program, which I use to, with Josh Waitson's, what do you call it, on a computer that I bring in, and it's good to be able to show that, things like that. In other words, the point is that chess is an exercise machine for the brain.
Exactly.
I didn't really start learning how to play until I was 20.
Exactly.
I was at the end of my fucking marital relationship. I got divorced 20 something years ago. But anyway, and I started to actually learn how to play, and I'm getting fairly good at it. I'm not that great, but I'm all right. But the point is that I'm getting old. I'm 58 years old, and I know I know that I'm not going to become a grandmaster, but I continue to play chess, and now I'm starting to learn how to play Magic the Gathering, this fucking kids game.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an exercise machine.
Yeah, it
For
is.
the brain. It keeps your brain, young.
And I was going to point that out. Like,
then why do you talk about how old you are? I mean, I'm as old as you, Patrick.
I'm just stating. Hey, I'm a scientist. I was just stating. Well, I'm a wannabe scientist. I'm stating the fact. The fact is that I'm.
You're as old as. I mean,
8.5 years old.
Well.
And by the way, my father, who's still alive, who's in the other room, who picked up the phone when the fucking jerk off bulldog called.
Hi, Bulldog.
He was born. No, he's not here right now because I pulled the fucking phone line out.
He might be watching.
Anyway, he was born in 1925. In 1925, it was Marconi who invented that antenna.
Yeah.
The Marconi antenna is an antenna that you would probably recognize on even today's TV antennas. If
hello, I'm a ham.
It's that multi-directional antenna, or it's that unidirectional antenna. That's the Marconi.
Right.
I is a ham. I know about that crap.
Well, to change the topic real quick. I think a friend of mine from Facebook just sent me an article. Apparently, Egypt to ban atheism, believing it endangers mental health.
Really?
Say what?
I'm not playing. In fact,
they gonna ban atheism in Egypt?
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll never go to Egypt.
What that mean? That mean you if you're already atheist and you're indigenous Egyptian, you're a national. What you gonna do? You got to get kicked out, or you gonna die? Or what?
You just
Jesus or die.
If we're not careful in this country, with the fucking Trump, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Damn right. They damn sure they want to.
It's going to become a theocracy too.
Yeah, they wanted to.
Yeah, it says.
Have you seen the last couple big elections and how that went for the Republicans?
Says according to this report, the Egyptian government has disclosed plans to pass into law a bill that would make atheism a criminal offense.
Really?
Yes, it says when Egypt's crackdown on atheism was first announced, I can't pronounce this fucker's name. He's apparently the minister of youth. Told some
the Al Monitor T is how you say that.
Okay, that the spread of atheism, especially among youth, is what prompted the Ministry of Hawaf, in partnership with the Ministry of Sports and Youth in Egypt, to launch an anti-atheism campaign.
That's fucked up. I mean, does anybody here know some of the history about the religions the religions in Egypt?
I know.
Oh
some.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
The last one was I don't remember his name. Was Ra, the sun god.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's when the empire fell, because of that separation of the pharaohs, and this one guy went off on his own and started to worship the sun. That sort of thing.
I think they're just upset that Moses escaped into the desert and they never caught him.
Well, y'all know it's already like, as far as the Middle East or whatever they want to call that bullshit. I just call it the Leviathan, but it's already like 13 countries over there that already bans atheism with death. Somalia, Sudan, Qatar, Malaysia. Yep. So a lot of those places are already anti-atheism. So it's kind of ugly over there anyway.
Well, Egypt actually had, and this is what I don't understand, is a few years back, Egypt, the government actually sponsored this thing to explain to people that the Exodus never happened, right? So
yeah, they did. They did do that.
And so the whole thing about like outlawing atheism, well, I guess they believed in the wrong one, so.
Well, Egypt is mostly Muslim, so. Yeah, but even though the Quran still teaches the same bullshit about Moses, the same story, but Egyptian government is basically the people who actually sponsor what you talking about was actually what was his name? His name was Akir, and he was over the whole pyramids, the Giza Plateau, the whole tourism thing, and I don't think he's religious at all, but. That was his whole thing. But not only did Egyptians some of their scholars say that, but it's Israel. A lot of Israel archaeologists say the same thing. A lot of Jewish archaeologists say none of that stuff ever happened. So I mean,
Yeah.
they saying it themselves.
You know what comes over on the news.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and that the thing was that they were trying to prove it. And they could if they could find anything, they would have, spouted it off. And they
Well, how many times are they going to find Noah's Ark?
Listen. What comes over on the news, like what Ranger is sharing with this article, is not always the sentiment of the entire population. I forgive me for not knowing his name, but there's a very famous. He's been on documentaries. Egyptian archaeologist, anthropologist, who was studying the tombs of the pharaohs and things like that. He's an extremely intelligent person, and I guarantee he really doesn't give a shit what the government says about fucking banning. I have a feeling that this is one of those news articles that come out and kind of exaggerate the sentiment of the entire population.
Yeah, just real quick, guys. We got a comment from the YouTube chat from the Geek Room. Thank you for watching. He said that parting the Red Sea is just a metaphor for Moses having fun with a girl on her period.
Hi, Bran.
Oh shit! I never thought of it that way.
Exactly.
Well,
Thanks for that horrible thought.
How do you lose 600,000 male slaves? It's not women and children, and don't have a record of it. Like,
but I was starting to say, like, you have to understand, you have to remember the accomplishments of every person, every peoples around the world. For the Egyptians, it was the science that was actually being done, the ability to build those pyramids. It's an architectural miracle, so to speak, to be able to do that sort of thing. And their embalming methods, to this day, we're still not sure how the fuck they did it.
Yeah, I'm on here. Hey guys, I got to excuse me for 1 second.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, and to your point, David, the whole death of the firstborn. Again, how do you lose? Like, I don't know exactly how many firstborns died, but again, how does every firstborn of Egypt die, and again, and not be recorded?
Right. But what I was getting to was like there are stories like that throughout the world. The accomplishments sometimes, you reach a peak, and then the empire falls. The Roman Empire fell, and I'm scared because right now I think this United States, the American Empire, is going to fall soon if we're not careful because of what's going on. We have an Arabic numeral system. Think about it. Some of the most amazing mathematical geniuses came from the Arab world. That's why we have an Arabic system.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And yet they're the ones that are completely turned around and completely thrown this God in our face. It's like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened to their genius?
There was a guy back in the 14th century or whatever, and he said mathematics was the work of the devil. And from then on,
I knew it.
From then on, that world just collapsed because that was the nail that neat.
Strange thing is that I'm seeing this right now, and I'm a little scared. I truly believe that it's going to be fixed.
What?
But we are on a brink of that sort of thing happening to here. We have these fucking evangelical fucking scumbags running the country right now.
Well, ever since Pat Robertson ran years ago, they've been trying to consolidate the right-wing Christian vote, and they've never been able to do it. And as soon as Trump came out, and Trump was, his 30% approval rating is basically evangelical right, and then scumbags that, hate the poor people. But, the thing is, I don't think it's going to last because I think people are starting to see through this bullshit. Even people that believe in God and stuff.
He has a 30%
right. But
the fact that he
hold on a minute, Patrick. I just listen to you. Just hold on a minute.
Okay.
This whole thing, they're like, oh, they're going to bring Sharia law and all this stuff. Well, if you look at a lot of these right-wing fucking bastards, you know, that want to make certain things illegal, right? They want certain things done their way because the fucking Bible, it's the same fucking thing, you know? And
what's scary-
I think a lot of people are starting to fucking wake up to this shit.
Yeah, it's a little late, but what scares me the most is this Fox News thing. Do you realize that Channel 5 Fox News is literally whoring themselves, prostituting themselves to Donald Trump?
Yeah, but even that's starting.
It's like what the fuck happened? I know they were bad to begin with.
Even that is starting to fail.
Well, I'm glad people are seeing through it finally. But I have a friend, one of my oldest friends from Boy Scouts, who watches Fox News, and I told him a long time ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, that they're not even real news. And here comes Donald Trump saying fake news and comes up with this fucking coined phrase, and I'm worried. I'm worried that like how the fuck did I know that the news media is not always perfect, but us realistic people understood that Fox News was off the fucking wall, and Donald Trump turned Fox News into the reality, which which obviously is not the is the propaganda.
It was a reality for a lot of people well before it.
It's like I'm like I feel like I'm living in a fucking nightmare. I'm a science enthusiast. And here comes this fucking Trump and Fox News, and they went to bed together and they're fucking each other's brains out.
Okay, somebody else. Life is like a pendulum. It swings from one extreme to the next, but unfortunately, it doesn't stay in the middle very long. It goes through there pretty quickly. Believe me, things will change again. You already seen 2 big elections down south that did not go as the Republicans were elected.
Yes.
So things
Democrats
are happening. People are coming out. There's lots. I haven't seen these many demonstrations since Vietnam.
Yeah, that's the main thing that's going on right now. Is that it's like
You're
all of a sudden it feels like 1960 again.
They have more people now putting in for Democratic positions. For the trying to become a Democrat. It went up to like over 300 people that put in for different positions and stuff, or maybe they're all running for a particular one. Anyway, and the last time there was like 40. So in 1 year, it went from 40 people to 300 some people.
Right. Well, what bothers me, I was always a Democrat, but that doesn't mean that I'm totally sucking the dicks and eating the pussies of all the Democrats on the planet.
Why not?
It's just that, well,
some maybe you
I'm
might
just
like
not that lucky, I guess. But anyway, it's just that anybody but Trump, like anybody but these fucking
no.
Republicans.
If you say anybody but Trump, you're going to get anybody but Trump. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
Well, the thing is that there are people out there like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, to me, I don't know if he would have been a great president or not.
Bernie Sanders will never get elected.
What I do know is that he is the most honest politician that I've ever seen on TV. I was going to say met, but I never actually met him.
All I know is if any Democrat would have got in there, we wouldn't worry about health care. We wouldn't have this tax bullshit thing going on.
I don't know. I just don't
because
know.
You need
what I don't like is a scumbag that comes around and talks about grabbing pussies and shit. And he's a fucking total moralistically.
Okay, Patrick, can somebody else get in there?
I'm just saying that Trump is morally deficient, and I don't understand how he became president.
None of us do.
Actually, I could probably give you a really good rundown of how he became president.
I'm gonna do you all a favor. I'm gonna mute for a while.
No, I don't need a rundown. I need a rundown how he becomes non-president.
Well, that's actually a little bit harder than him becoming president. Him becoming president is actually really easy. You've got a bunch of disenfranchised people who lost their jobs in Allentown situations, i.e. coal mines and factories shutting down, and that's the only job there was in the town to begin with. So they're all fucking out of work, and they think he's going to bring their jobs back because he said he was going to make America great again.
Yeah.
And that little fucking slogan got him fucking elected because that's all they listened to was mottos and slogans. God we trust got us into fucking Vietnam, and make America great again got Trump elected. It's that fucking simple.
See, that's the kind of statement that makes me more pissed because
Well, yeah, it should.
he takes a lie. He takes it because he's a habitual liar, narcissistic, psychopathic, sociopathic, habitual liar.
Of course.
So,
The thing that people,
what habitual liars do is
okay,
they take a statement that isn't true in the first place and they make it true. Great again. Excuse me? Like, weren't we great already?
Well, nobody ever stops to think about what that actually means. They hear it and it sounds good and it makes them think. And he says, "I'm going to work for the little guy. I'm going to do all this stuff."
And people who were like, you know, the in the 1950s and 60s, you know, the discrimination that was going on and things like that. In other words, Trump thinks that it was better in the 1950s. You know, when blacks, for example,
Trump. Hello, Patrick. Trump is a salesman. That's all he is. He's not anything more than that. Trump is the person for years, for decades. It's the guy that goes into some meeting with some other corporate, whatever, does his spiel, does his bullshit session. Then he walks away and his cronies come in and do all the paperwork.
Yeah, he has mob ties. He has mob ties.
Trump hasn't done anything.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, then.
I'm saying the scumbag.
Not okay.
Yeah, we know that, Patrick.
Yeah, we agree with that assessment.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. I'm saying that I don't understand how people didn't see that. Listen, I was in grammar school.
People are stupid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was in grammar school when they were voting on whether or not they should allow gambling in Atlantic City. Okay, so I know more about Trump than some people. I happen to live about 50 or 60 or so
I'm
miles
sure he
away
was
from
a
Atlantic
huge
City.
lobby for that.
I'm sorry?
I'm sure he was a huge lobbyer for that.
Trump is
sure
not a
spent all
doer.
kinds of money in there.
Trump is a salesman. He is a salesman.
No, but he's been doing illegal foreign deals around the world for a lot longer than he's been running for president.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been colluding with foreign powers long before he ran for president.
And that goes to Paul's second point. How do we get him out? And that's a lot tougher because to prove collusion, you have to prove that
I'll tell you what.
Something happened.
I tell you what.
If I can get in there, Patrick, there is more than just one thing that this asshole has done.
I know that. I know that.
Wait.
I know. Go ahead. Say it.
Thank you. You know how you got the collusion. You got all the freaking stuff underground of money laundering. You have all kinds of corruption stuff he was in.
Yep.
I mean, there's all kinds of shit that's coming out. And when they go after the asshole, when Mueller goes after the asshole, he's going to be, that's it. There's going to be so many things coming at him.
Numbered. His days
There's
are
going to be so many things coming at him that he ain't going to deflect them with.
I know. His days
But he
are
has
numbered.
to be thorough. That's why it's taking so long. You can't
Right.
just go in there half-assed.
You don't want him to squirm away. You want to go in there and just be blasting.
But you can see what he does, though.
Blasting.
But you
And
see what Trump does, though.
So it's so overwhelming, they have to do something in Congress. And hopefully next year we have enough Democrats, and maybe we'll get a majority in both houses, and all this bullshit will stop, because then they won't have the Republicans say, "Oh, we don't want to hear this." No. Here we go.
Right, but see, this is what I'm saying, Paul. The thing is that in the recent past, it would have taken 1/4 of the amount of things that Trump has already done to get that fucking president out. Clinton was prosecuted and thrown out for having an improper sex act. And here comes Trump talking about grabbing pussies and shit.
He
and
wasn't
doesn't give a
thrown
fuck.
out.
No,
Well,
He was
He was-
impeached.
He was not
impeached.
impeached in the sense that he was taken out.
Yeah.
whatever way you want to explain it. The point is that far less than what Trump has already done and has already admitted to doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know.
You know all that.
This is
Now
what I'm
we just
saying.
got
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
to wait till Miller gets.
Somebody needs to fucking put a bullet in his head, and it's not going to be me.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
promise.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
No.
Please don't say that kind of crap in my hangout.
No.
I'm just talking.
It
I know.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Don't
matter.
advocate violence in my hangout. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't matter.
no, I don't own any guns, and I don't
It
actually.
doesn't matter.
I don't actually propose
drop
that.
it.
I just said it because it was an emotional response.
That just let it go. Cool. Anyway, fuck, I was about to bring up a new topic. I don't know what it was.
It's all right. I started
Oh,
saying something
Yes,
earlier.
no.
The earth is still not flat.
New Year's resolutions. Do you guys have any?
No,
Oh, you don't?
don't do that.
I haven't thought of it yet.
Wait,
There's a
Give it
story
a running.
behind that, and I don't know if I want to.
I haven't thought of it yet, but I don't get all like upset about it if I don't actually come up with one by the time New Year's comes.
Well, my New Year's resolution is to hopefully get back into martial arts.
Well, that is actually interesting.
Yes, I'm hoping to. I don't know if we have any martial artists in here, but I'm hoping to train in Muay Thai and boxing.
I haven't done that about 30 some years.
The speaking of martial arts, the I was talking about chess before in the Chess Master software where Josh Waitzkin, if anybody watched Searching for Bobby Fischer, that kid Josh, he has a whole entire academy on this software. You hear his voice and everything. Josh Waitzkin had gotten out of chess and went into martial arts, and he quit playing chess.
Yeah.
He's actually a champion of some
And
sort. I'm just making a note. It's just kind of weird that he mentioned that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to cut this off simply because I have more rapping to do. Before I go, I will let everyone plug their channel if they have any content. Patrick Thatcher, if you got something to plug, your channel.
hey, the lobster's always out there doing fun shit, making fun of religion, making fun of shitbags on the fucking internet. And I have kind of a New Year's resolution because myself and Clown Meat, the guy from All Clowns Go to Heaven, it's not a complete clown thing. We're in the initial phases of having a hangout and doing some shit that, well, you might never forget. So yeah, we're looking forward to that happening.
Okay, cool. David?
I'm still getting ready for my podcast. We're still trying to hammer out the technical difficulties of doing it across state lines with equipment and remote locations and cameras and whatnot. But we're getting there.
What's the name of it? Again, remind me.
The name of my channel is Booleanator. That's Boolean, Boolean.
Oh, you're Bully. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him.
I know so many people. Okay, I'm sorry. So many people, their name and then their other name, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yep, that's me. And my show is going to be called Prove It. We're going to take pseudoscience and debunk it by trying to do experiments that they say are phony, and we're going to do experiments to debunk it, like literal how they came up with the real science that proves it wrong. So starting
Nice.
with flat earth, but we're not going to spend too much time actually arguing with flat earthers. I'll leave that to Red's Rhetoric and Discourse and Sean Herford and Sly and Geo Staber and all them guys, because they do a good job of that.
Red's Rhetoric, I haven't seen in a while. He's really cool. He's a pro.
Patrick, I know you have a channel, but I don't know if you do content anymore. You want to plug your channel?
I do content. You know, I'm just throwing some videos out there. I do Magic the Gathering, and you know, I don't do chess videos anymore. Or at least I may not. I may do some, but everybody knows me. In fact, you guys know that that fucking troll named Bulldog was calling me at this time.
Hi, Bulldog. Because you're easy,
I don't have to
Patrick.
plug my channel. Everybody knows me. I'm infamous. But anyway, I'm Pat. You know, my email is Pat the science enthusiast at gmail.com.
I'm your Huckleberry 401 at
Make sure you spell it right if you want to fucking troll me.
Okay. Paul, I don't know if you have a channel or content or not, or do you?
I have a channel. I'm in this one, but I have not. Only thing I've been doing is posting pictures on Google Plus of mine. But I haven't made a video yet. So certain things in this environment want me to do that. I just haven't yet.
Okay, cool. That just leaves your host. First of all, I would like to thank Brand the Law and the Geek Room for keeping the outside chat busy. Thank you guys, and thank you for your subscribing to my channel. As always, I've been your host, Atheist Ranger, and many of you know I started a Patreon a few days back. The only Patreon I have there is David, but again, you go onto my Patreon. There's a list of awards. Donate whatever you want, or you cannot donate at all. Oh yes, I'm also the co-host of a podcast called Packard Pokes At. Please check that out. Should be one of the recommended channels on mine. And that's it. Y'all have a good night. See ya.
Praise Lemmy.